It's book haul time. I know that was a bit silly, but I'm so excited. I got some more books, guys. Firstly, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Zanine. I'm on a book buying ban, but it was my birthday. So I got a few books for my birthday and I thought I would share it with you. I have probably about 9 books here, and I do have another voucher that I need to spend, but for now, these are the books that I got for my birthday. As you all know, or as you should know, and if you didn't know, I'm a little bit of a scatterbrain and I forget things as soon as I read them. So I'm going to try to the best of my knowledge describe what the book is and why I got it. I don't want to read the back of the book to you because I hate videos that do that. So hopefully this goes smoothly and it won't be an astronomically long video like I like to do. So the first book I have here, this is from my mum. So the first few books are from my mum that I picked out for my birthday from her. And this is called The Darknet by Benjamin Percy. This, obviously, the covers always get me, and it was on the sales rack. A lot of these are, and my aim this time around was not to get as many books that are like TikTok viral or by authors that are TikTok viral. I'm kind of trying to sway away from that because I have had such mediocre reads these last few months. So I'm trying to branch out a little bit and try some books that I haven't read, or that I haven't heard about, or don't have like massive followings or massive reviews on either Fable or Goodreads, but I didn't check it. I just know from my knowledge that I've never heard of these books. But anyway, this is the first one, and it is like a YA horror / thriller, and it involves the Darknet, obviously, and the Darknet is emitting a demonic force and people are getting possessed. So there's a priest involved who goes in and tries to exorcise all these people. So that's very dark and that's exactly up my alley. So I was very excited to grab this one. Also, I'm wearing a jacket because I was out this morning. I went to go apply to change my passport and my ID to my marriage surname. So I just haven't got out of it yet because it's cold. It's freezing today. So I've just been sat here doing some computer work and I haven't taken off my jacket. I have, however, put my slippers on. So yeah, the next book I got is this one. I have seen. This one I read, definitely have seen. I saw Rachel Catherine read it and I think she gave it a 3-star. This is Songs in Ursa. Songs in Ursa Major by Emma Brodie, and it's supposed to be similar, I think, to what is the book called? Daisy Jones and the Six. It's similar to that because it follows a woman in the 1960s and she is at a festival and she's like doing this opening act and she meets another guy who's more famous than she is, and when she's pulled into his circle of things, like everything starts to fall apart and she kind of loses herself. I think just the same as Daisy Jones and the Six. I haven't read Daisy Jones and the Six because as much as I love Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I haven't read anything by Taylor Jenkins Reid that I absolutely love. So I haven't read that yet, but I did watch the series, like I said, and it was excellent. It was so good. I did have a flip through this book though, and they are like song lyrics, which is one of my pet peeves, but I think I can overlook it for like just the drama of it. I think that will be really, really interesting. I love movies based in like the 1960s and 70s. However, I don't normally like historical books, but there's another one on this pile that I have as well, but it's not my favorite. Like historical fiction is not my favorite, but I think it looks interesting enough, and that cover is absolutely gorgeous. So that's kind of what I know about it. My voice, if it sounds funny, I'm just recovering from the flu. On my birthday even I had the flu, so I'm still kind of just bunged up, but I feel so much better. But I just wanted to make this video because we're getting on in time and I am pre-filming a lot, so I have a lot of things already uploaded. So this is probably gonna fall in July and my birthday is like the middle of June. Anyway, next book we have here is Death of a Bookseller. This one, again, the cover got me. Unfortunately, I'm just one of those. I definitely judge a book by its cover, and I thought this was absolutely gorgeous. It's called The Death of a Bookseller. I don't know if I said that, by Alice Slater. I swear I've heard this author before, but I cannot place it. But like I said, the cover sold me. And this follows a bookshop owner who's obsessed with like crime investigations, podcasts about it. She's also like somewhat of a loner, but then she employs someone in her bookshelf and she becomes absolutely obsessed with her, hence becoming the topic of a true crime podcast. So that alone sounds so interesting. Also, the line spacing in here is absolutely amazing. I didn't see in what tense it's written. I just read a book in third person, and again, I can't do it. It just bores me. It doesn't like submerge me in the story, but I'm still very excited for this. And like I said, the cover is absolutely gorgeous. I have a lot of thrillers in this pile because it's winter and it's the season for it for me. I absolutely love a good thriller when it's cold with a glass of wine and a heater on. Immaculate vibes. But next we have An Inheritance of Magic by oh my gosh, I can't say it. Benedict Jacka. Again, this cover is absolutely gorgeous. This is more of a like fantasy. I think it's a freestanding book, but I'm not entirely sure. I tried to check and it didn't say anything about it being a sequel. Oh yes, it is. I lie. It is. It's the first book in a duology. It's called The Inheritance of Magic and then The Instruction of Shadow. This follows a little boy who inherited magic from his father, and in the society everybody inherits magic or they don't, but the magic is only controlled by the rich and the elite. People are coming out of the woodworks and trying to be his friend and try to hang out with him, but they don't have the best of intentions. So he's got to navigate like trying to perfect his magic after his father passed, and also trying to distinguish who's friend and who's foe. So I thought that was very interesting because I love anything magical. So, and it's YA as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is YA, which is always a hit. And then the last book we got here actually wasn't completely from my mom, but we paid half and half because I still had money left over from what she had given me, and I really wanted this book, so I had to pay in a little bit myself. But we got, I know I just said I don't want to read viral and popular books, but this is the last of the Magnolia books, and I just had to get my hands on it. I'm stuttering, but I had to get my hands on this because if you know, you know. Like, Magnolia Parks isn't like my be all or end all series, but the way the last book, which is The Long Way Home, the way that ended, I had to find out. I absolutely had to find out for myself because I need to know. I just need to know. So yeah, but I got like this cover. I hate these covers, but it's probably my ugliest covers I own on my whole shelf. That's all we have right now, and it's quite expensive on Amazon, and I'd have to ship it to the UK and then in turn get my husband to bring it back, and it was too much of a mission and I don't want to wait, so I have this next. The next few books are from my brother, and again it's the same situation where I got 3 books with what he gave me, and then the third book I had to pay in, the fourth book I had to pay in a little bit extra just to get this book. And the last book, there's a disclaimer, but bear with me. So these are again mostly thrillers, and the first one I got is My Murder by Katie Williams, and this follows a woman who was murdered, and she's apparently the only one who can solve her own murder, but it takes place in a dystopian world where people can get cloned. So there is this serial killer who's murdering women, cloning them, and then making support groups for the woman that suffered by his hands. So she's left with having to figure out what happened and how she got there, because he's obviously lied to them and not said that he's actually off them himself. So they're figuring out what happened to, well, she's helping someone else figure out what happened to them, and in turn finds out what happens to her. And that for me sounds really interesting. Anything dystopian like that, I'm in. Sign me up. Then I got Every Move You Make by C.L. Taylor, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it on my shelf, but I have a book here called The Guilty Couple, which I absolutely loved. It was so fast-paced, straight to the point. Like, honestly, it was one of the best thrillers I read in a really long time, and I thought I'd grab another one from her. So Every Move You Make by C.L. Taylor, and this follows five girls who are being stalked, and then when one of them passes away, another one gets a letter to say that their time is coming in 10 days. So the 4 remaining girls are obviously running against time to find out who the stalker is, why they are being stalked, and in turn one of them actually becomes a stalker. That's straight up my alley. I love stalker stories because it's really close to real life, and I feel like it just gives me the ick and the right amount of suspense and thrill that you kind of just want to get through it and know what's happening. So they had like a sale on these big books as well. They were like, I think 30% off, so they're the taller books, which means the font is perfect for my blind eyes. So I think this is going to be a quick read. I want to do another 24-hour readathon, and I think this would be perfect for that. The second last book I have here is called The Light That Blinds Us by Andy, Darcy, Theo, and I think this is again the first novel in a series. Oh yeah, I don't know if this is her debut novel, but I don't see a list of her other works. If you open this page, look at that. They give you illustrations of what the characters look like, which is very interesting because, okay, I never really struggle with imagining what characters look like, but it's nice to already have that before you go into the story. This follows 4 teens who go on to, separately go on a trip to Stonehenge and then accidentally stumble upon each other, and they realize that all 4 of them have different types of elemental magic, and due to this, they fall down a really dark rabbit hole of trying to like save the world from this darkness that has been foretold to come. So the 4 of them get together and it's like this whole hero thing. So again, elemental magic is literally something that I love to read about, and it's my favorite like fantasy magical stories because it involves like the earth and the world, and I thought that was very interesting. And I don't know how many books this is going to be in the series, but I thought it was very interesting, so I picked this up. Lastly, don't hate me. Don't hate me for doing this because I don't approve of this author, but I'm doing a vlog that's been going on since January, and I have struggled to find this book, and it's right smack bang in the middle of the series, and I just want to finish my vlog, and I've really enjoyed my time doing the vlog as well as reading the books. So I went and picked up just one singular book. It is a really old edition and it was on sale. Just don't, okay? I know. And this edition is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Look at that. So I got Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix because, like I said, it is smack bang in the middle of the series and I cannot find it. I've tried secondhand shops, I've tried the library, I've tried multiple libraries, and for some reason this one book is always missing from the series. I just picked it up and I thought it was pretty. I don't support her and what she does, but I really want to finish my vlog and I really want to finish my reading. So yeah. I don't need to explain what this is about. I'm sure most of you know, and yeah, I'm not even going to mention her name, but we all know who wrote Harry Potter, but yeah. Just bear with me, okay? And the vlog is coming very soon as I start this book. But yeah, that is all the books that I got for my birthday. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you want to see me read. If you've read any of these books, if you've heard of any of these authors. I might do a like reading vlog with books that have like say under 10,000 reviews, even maybe less than that if I can find some. And then I do have a 24-hour readathon that is coming up. So let me know what you want to see me read. That will be very, very helpful. And yeah, that makes sure that you guys see what you want to see. With that being said, thank you so much for joining me today. This is heavy. I'm actually starting to sweat. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one very soon. Bye guys.